right, so welcome to RSL Active's Yoga. We're here at West Coast Health Alliance and it's great to see your amazing faces back again. Now, if you do need to take a call, if I got mine on silent, I'll put mine on silent. Wife is coming in from Noosa, she'll forget the time zone and she'll ring me mid-session. I bet you any money. But that's all right. If you need to take a call, please take a call. We may get someone else in. We're waiting, Vaughan from last week, 16 Battalion. But if not, that's okay as well. So a big hello to everyone on the on-demand playback. It's great to have you back on demand. And so today, what we'll be doing is a 60-minute beginner-friendly flow, adding on to the moves that we did last week. So we might stick on that a little bit just to be able to get some of the mechanics and motions down, probably bed in some of the other modifications that we had. But then I'm going to teach you and we'll go through some other flows with some other postures that we can have, which is focused on one balance today and shoulder openings as well as our standing postures. It could be challenging, but if you're in pain, please back off. We don't want you to be in pain, stretching muscles or reaching for things that we haven't done in a while is good, but pain's no good. So let's quickly arrive on our mat. I'll be using some music in the coming weeks, but I just need to get some extra resources to play music at the same time as record. All right, so let's just close our eyes down or take a soft gaze. Taking a soft gaze might mean dipping your head, going out of focus and just staring at a spot in front of you. If you've closed down your eyes or even with your soft gaze, is just imagining now we're looking at the tip of our nose or trying to engage what we call the third eye. So if you're closing down your eyes or in a seat, is just probably wiggling around and feeling for our center. So that means feeling your sit bones grounding down into the floor or into the seat and just allowing ourselves to get a little bit heavy. What you might want to do now is then just go through a body scan while I read our meditation and theme and intention for today. While you're doing your body scan and we arrive on our mat, setting a theme and intention is part of a yoga practice. That allows us to set something and is what is a difference between, say, Pilates or some other modalities, is we try and connect a theme that we might set or a gratitude, mantra, whatever you set at the start of the session, and then try and follow that through, which is connecting to breath. So today, it's called I Am Present. Including today, over the next 5 weeks, we'll explore various breath meditation practices together. According to the Yoga Sutras, or the yoga philosophy that accompanies the asanas, or the postures that we practice, meditation is defined as one-pointed focus, hence looking to the tip of your nose, or the internal gaze. There are many types of meditation, and you'll discover that some help quiet your mind, while others may bring more thoughts to the surface. Today, we'll try a simple breath meditation with an affirmation. As you inhale, silently think, breathe in, and as you exhale, think, breathe out. You can continue this mindful breathing for the next minute or so. Just a gentle breath as we do an internal scan, saying, I am breathing in, and as we exhale, I am breathing out. And as you breathe, perhaps you might want to take notice of the condition that you're breathing in, whether you're breathing in through your nose or through your mouth. See if you could steadily breathe in, or if it's a little bit laboured. Perhaps you might notice that one nostril is stronger than the other. or we might be gripping onto something on the out-breath. Whatever it is that you do notice, there's no right or wrong, it's just noticing it there. And then we can come back to doing a self-scan at the end to see how our practice has altered it. Now, as we bring our breath meditation to a close, let's set the intention to be fully present on our yoga mats. And as thoughts arise, gently let them go and bring your awareness back to the present moment, mentally repeating, I am present. And with that, let's take one collective breath to be able to arrive on our mat fully, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, letting the shoulders get loose. I'm going to introduce Om now, so if you're not up for saying Om, that's okay, I'll say it. But probably internally is just having a go at saying Om silently. So we're going to collectively breathe in now, inhaling, exhaling, Om. Setting our intent of being present for the next 60 minutes. If we find ourselves checklisting, we can take notice of that, put it on the park bench, and we'll come back to it a bit later on. So with that, let's crack open our eyes gently, and we'll come to stand. So however that looks for you, grab your strap on the way up, and we'll start with our standing practice today. So today's practice was inspired at a recent visit to the police academy, of all places. Yes, so with our upcoming event, I went to the police academy and trying to get in there as well. And I saw all the little cadets, well, not the little cadets, but the cadets. And it brought me back to my training there. They were walking or marching, and I could see some of them square gating. If you don't know what square gating, it looks really funny when they put both feet, it's so funny. But one of the things I saw once they were on the parade ground, all in their little lines like this, and this is why military and first responders get a little bit OCD when it comes down to the layout and making sure things are straight and in their spot, is I saw them doing their drill for right dress, and they were marching along and they did their right dress. So part of that today is doing things by numbers, and then also part of it was the balance and getting that alignment correctly. We'll go through some of these moves in our balancing postures and opening up. Not too hard nut on it, but it has that theme there of, you know, going somewhere, pausing and being mindful, and then doing the action. All right, so let's start off now with our head. Okay, we can have that down, right. Again, sorry. All right, let's get our heads and do our little jaw a bit. So now what we're doing is placing our hands on top, and we can wiggle around. Just finding our feet while we're doing this is looking and locating our jaw joint, getting our thumb going backwards and forwards. All right. Perhaps we might want to then go towards the back, so the side here. I find that actually helps quite a lot. And if you sleep and you do have tension, this helps release some of that. Maybe we might want to hold it still and then. Last one there again with the hands. Let's put it down. I'm going to turn my back to you. All right, we've got the prisoner bit here, and we've getting our thumbs and locating the base of our neck connected to our head. And we could get our finger and run it along the bone that is there. And while you're doing that, I just want you to perhaps do some yes and no's. I'm going to put my hands down, so I'll let you explore that for a moment. I'm going to double check that I turned everything on. That's all right. I have volume. Excellent. All right, so we're doing that. We're loosening up. Again, we're going to start off with somatic tapping. So let's shake it out a little bit. All right, with our fingers, we're going to pat the front of our chest and the side of our neck. the side sleepers here. I like to lean my neck over a little bit, so you'll find where you can actually move your neck because you know your body the best. And as we tap, we're just waking up certain points. We're going to use the palm of our hand in a moment and then put our hand out here, waking it up. So with me, I use a few different techniques that are borrowed as well from different modalities. And this is one to be able to have the pressure point coming in. And it's a nice way to also extend on that self-body scan to see where we might be holding some tension. And this is always a spot that holds a lot of tension. All right, on the chest, especially if your shoulders are a bit bunged as well, like mine are. They call it the pec minor and the subscap, so that always needs a lot of work. But if you do a lot of stuff there and you're sitting all the time, that could get a bit tight. Let's come this way. Hello, wakey, wakey. All right, now we can do both hands on the legs. Perhaps bend your knees a little bit more, keeping nice and loose. All right, give yourself a bum tap as well, that's all right. All right, fantastic. Let me go to the side. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to hold on to we'll warm up our shoulders a little bit. So from here, we're just going to hold between our thumbs and have our, yes, fantastic. Now let's go into a bit of a V shape. And from here, let's take our little posture there. So what we're doing is locating the ground evenly between our toes and our heel. Setting it down, maybe a slight bend in the knee and our pelvis is forward. From here is just coming over with our hands and then seeing where we are. You might want to grip your thing and come to the back and see if you can do that. If not, that's all right. We'll just go straight to here. Right. And we're doing what we call flossing. So we're just going to be warming up our shoulders by flossing it over and back. We're going to start connecting our breath as well, inhaling probably as far as it can go. Pause, 2, 3, and then exhaling. Exhaling, coming down. We can shake that out. Maybe you might want to go this way and then get your left hand, my right hand, hold one out, and then bring it over to the back. So lift it up, we're lifting it over. So one hand staying out, this hand stays, copy me. This hand stays out, and then this hand's going to come, and we're going to lift it up, and we're going to lift the thing over our head to the back. That's it. And then lift it up over the front. Yes, we're flossing now. So now we're going to lift our other hand out. That's going to come out in a T, lift up, and coming down. The reason why we hold it and have the adjustment is sometimes it places that little bit of tension on our shoulder socket. So we could feel our shoulder blades. Whew. Let's put our arms down. Can you feel the shoulders a little bit now? So we'll warm up pretty quickly, right? So let's go with this again, inhaling, coming out, and then we're going to go this hand first is over and back, over to the front. One more time, inhaling, up, exhaling, down. That's all right, yeah, you got it, you got it, perfect. Inhaling, and then down. It doesn't need to look exactly the same as me, it's as long as that one hand's forward and one hand's back, all right? So let's go do the other side now, inhaling, over, exhaling, inhaling over, hold, 2, 3, exhaling, down. Amazing work. Well, I can feel my shoulders warming up already here. So what we'll do is now hold our left hand up and then let the thing dangle down like this. I'm turning my back to you guys so I can show you. Now what we're going to do is, it's like the old school stretch, right? So what I want you to do with your hand is place it palm up. All right, so from here and then as back as you can go with the palm up, we don't need to force it. From here now is turn your hand over so that the thumb is pointing towards the ground. And then now we're going to try and locate our string. Yes, from here, it's like the back scratcher or the back scrubber if you've got one in the shower. Let's go and floss up and down. All right, up and down, scratching our back. All right. Inhaling, let's keep that up. Now let's go reverse now, taking the arm out, bringing this hand up. This hand comes down, palm up. Wait, yeah, hold your hand up, let it, and then palm down. Noticing how our shoulder feels that. All right, so it's all staged. Excellent work, everyone. All right, so now we'll just extend our arm, let that go, and then we can bring this down. Fantastic work. All right, so we're just going to drop that now. We've warmed up that part, and if you could bring your chair to the front a little bit, just in case you need it. Probably won't need it for the moment. I'll bring it up a little bit more. Excellent. So what we'll be doing is just warming up our back and spine a little bit. So from here, let's just take some rotations. Right, what we're doing is imagining that we're rotating like a kebab skewer, right, at the kebab shop. It's going around. So looking at the top of our head and our tailbone, and we're just rotating around like this. Yes, letting our arms go floppy, and then we might start to lift a foot up a little bit. We're just articulating or bending our spine a little bit and warming that up. All right, from here, coming to a little bit of stillness, doing some yes and no's, connecting our breath in, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. You can choose to close down your eyes as well. Inhaling, hands come up. All right, exhaling, palms come down, bending our knees, reaching forward. Last thing to release is our head, and maybe our hands might come onto a block or our chair, whatever works for you today. That's why the blocks are there. And we're just going to go a little bit loose, go to the side a little bit, explore that. Yes, nice and slow. Right, connecting our breath to our movement. Coming to stillness now. Excellent, everyone. Perhaps you might want to then just check in on your lower back and feel for that stretch from where your tailbone is and that lower back. All right, so inhaling now. We're going to come up slowly, stacking our spine one at a time. Like last week, then the hands come in. Inhaling up, looking to the sky, and then coming down, hinging at our hips, bending our knees, thinking belly to thighs. Last thing that comes down is our hands and then head. Let's do some yes and no's. I'm going to have a look around. Yes, yes and no's. Feeling for that socket, you know, our neck to feel like it's stretching out of the socket without holding it in. Fantastic work. All right, now from here, we're coming up to stand again. Inhaling. Stacking our shoulders. One more time to the top. And exhaling, coming down. One last time. Remember bookshelf from last week or our halfway lift. From here, we're going to inhale. Hands come to our thighs. Think straighten your legs, straighten your back, and then look straight down at the ground. Fantastic work. Our back is a bookshelf at the moment. Yes, we're balancing some books on there. Exhaling down. Bend your knees. All right, then you'll be able to feel your legs straighten as we inhale. Straighten your legs, hands come to your thighs, straighten the back out, and then exhaling one more time. From here, coming to stand. As we inhale, 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 inhale. Hands, and then bring them down. From here, we're going to be doing slight change to it. It's the breath of fire, right? A fire breath or God's breath. It's called a couple of different things, but this is the way that we're going to do it. So what we're doing is 3 parts of breathing in. So it's inhaling. Hold on. Inhaling. Exhaling. Arms out. Sorry. Another inhale and then to the top. And then exhaling as we, like a skier, right? We're pushing that ground away. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhaling again. Inhaling again. 3 parts. And then, so we'll just come to stand for a moment, guys. That was a little bit of an incorrect thing. So with 3 inhales, 3 sips, low, middle, high, and then exhaling it down with our mouth open. Ha! Pushing it out and squeezing our belly in. All right, so it'll look like this. All right, so let's try this 3 times. Inhale, inhale. 3, and then that's it. We'll do it 3 times together. 1 more time, and then we'll do 3 times by yourself. In your own time, in your own time. 3. Fantastic work. All right, coming to stand. If you get a little bit lightheaded, we're really detoxing. That method really detoxes your inside pretty quickly. And if you're a diver or do any swimming, it actually helps you get rid of carbon dioxide, that build-up that makes us want to feel like we need to breathe underneath the water. So from here, let's have a look now. We're going to do one other breathing exercise. Is looking at our feet. We're looking at our knees over our legs, just placing our hands on our thighs. Fantastic. All right, so what we're doing now is just looking forward in front, and what I'll be doing is I'll quickly demonstrate while you look here. What we're doing is just breathing out and then sort of short, sharp, so you could breathe out through your mouth or through your nose and then just letting your belly fill up with air naturally. So we'll do this slowly first. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so we're trying to pull our belly in as we exhale. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhaling, coming to stand. We'll do this 2 more times. Exhaling, inhaling, come down. And then exhaling. We'll do this 2 more times. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale. Down. All right, last one. We don't want to get too lightheaded. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Fantastic. So this helps us start to be able to regulate our breath in different ways, because our lungs, although we breathe every day, training your lungs to do certain types of breathing allows us to be more mindful, especially when we get stressed. If we're holding our breath, we could go, okay, what's happening? So that's just a couple of techniques there to be able to warm up the lungs, just like stretching a balloon to blow it up for the party. All right, so from here, all right, we are going to be doing our standing poses today. So come to the front of your mat. We can move this out of the way. You won't need your chair, so bring it to the front. Oh, yeah, we can move this out of the way for the moment. Cool. All right, so from here, I'm going to turn this around this way, like this. And I'm going to come down here. So from here, everyone, come to the front of your mat, and we're going to be using our right leg to step back and face that way of the wall. Okay, so from here, inhaling, hands up, and exhaling, stepping back and coming to a wide-legged stance, facing the wall, facing this wall here. So this is what we're looking like. Yeah, feet facing the long edge of the mat. Sorry, but that was really incorrect instruction from me. So turn your foot to the front. Yes, so wide-legged stance. What we're doing is we're going to be working on moving into our standing pose. The first one being Warrior 2. So you might have seen this one with the standing. So let's look at our feet. Our feet, if we could have a look on the line. Yes, so place your heels on that line on the center or your toes, so then we can see where the alignment is. What we're looking for now is a slight bend in our knees, and we're pushing out equally, and we could feel, if we go from side to side a little bit, is the weight on the outside edge of our feet. Okay, from here, hands on hips. This is kind of starting like the that right dress. So inhaling, we're going to grow up a little bit more, right, like a Superman stance, and we're moving your left foot as we exhale towards the front of the mat. Yes, excellent work, and bending the knee. All right, so from here we're pushing against the ball of our front foot, but we're also pushing on that back blade of our foot, keeping our hands on our hips. Inhaling, hands come up, you're still looking at me, and then exhaling, let's look to the front of our foot. Warrior 2. From here, let's take 3 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. I'm going to come out of this now so I can see your form. Inhaling, back it off a little bit, and then exhale. We reach for the front and the back of the room further and push against the feet. Inhaling and then exhaling. You can even back it off a little bit. Inhale and then go into it. One more time. Inhaling, exhaling. From here, let's now step to the front, and we'll be moving into that a little bit more pace now. So by numbers. So from here, and I'll be turning it around opposite you, so you'll be facing me. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, wide-legged stance, hands on hips. Fantastic work. No, you're facing me, man. I was just mirroring. You're right, man. You're right. That's all right. Perfect. So from here now, inhaling. Turn foot to the front, bend knee, push against each foot properly. Yes. Oh, sorry, not properly. Equal weight. From here, hands up. We're about to fly, looking over our hands. Exhaling for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhaling, reaching forward and back. One more time, inhale. 2 breaths, exhale. This one's a little bit different. From here, what I want you to do is inhale as we reach forward, lean forward with picking something off the shelf, flip your hand. Now we're going to scoop it up towards the sky, keeping that front leg bent. Keep your front leg bent, hand comes down on the back leg. We're looking up, and what we're looking for here now, take a breath in, exhaling. Do more 2 breaths in your own time, is feeling for a stretch in the side body. Yes. So perhaps you might want to look up at your fingers to get a little bit more stretch. It's all right if you're not. That's absolutely fine. This is called reverse warrior. So from here, inhaling to set, reach up higher, and then exhaling, let's come back down to warrior 2. And now from here, hands on hips. Hands might get a bit tired. So we'll do that transition a couple of times. So let's go back to our wide-legged stance. Yes, that's all right. Excellent work there, Lindsay. So from here, let's flow for this. Inhaling, set, exhaling foot. Inhaling, set, arms. Exhaling, hand. 2 breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Changing now, inhale, reaching forward. Flip our grip, and then exhaling, scooping it out. Back hand can be resting on our legs, looking towards the sky. Fantastic work. Inhale, exhaling, reaching for that light bulb in the roof. One more time. Inhale, exhaling, inhaling, and then come to warrior 2 again. Inhale to set. We're stepping forward, our back leg to the front of the mat. Hands together in prayer, and then down. Whew. Fantastic work. All right, so what we're doing now is we're going to the other side, and we're going to be moving our left foot. So I'm just going to move this little camera over this way. All right, cool. All right, everyone, from here, it's the left foot that's going to move now. Fantastic. So from our mountain position, let's look at our feet. Inhaling, hands up. Exhaling, your left foot moves back to wide-legged stance. Fantastic work. Hands on hips. Fantastic. Yes, that's okay to have some balances. Let's look at our feet. And the beauty about these mats that we've got in front of us is we can see the alignment of our feet. So then that way we've got equal distribution across our legs. And that always helps there, because sometimes we might overcompensate, especially with walking if we've had ankles or knees, and we concentrate on one side. By keeping the alignment straight here, we can actually feel over time when our body's not quite in alignment and go, okay, I need to work on that a little bit more. So from here, inhaling, right foot rotates, yes, bending the knee. Inhaling, arm goes up. Exhaling. From here, I want you to feel for it now, because you know where we went last time is inhaling, back it off, and then exhaling. Yes, pushing against your feet. Amazing work. One more time, inhale. And then, yes. Let's look at our knee. Perhaps you might want to feel for that opening of our thigh. One more time. Back it off, and then, all right, we're moving to reverse warrior now. Inhaling as we reach forward. Once we can't reach anymore, flip your hands. Amazing. And then scoop it up to the sky. Feeling for our light bulb. We're changing the light bulb. Maybe you might want to look at your hands and we're going to rotate them around. Okay, we're stepping on the bench here. That's why we want to push into the ground for 2 breaths. Inhaling, exhaling, feeling the stretch in the side body. Inhaling, exhaling. Amazing work. Inhaling, hands come out, and then exhaling. Inhale to prep, and then exhaling, foot comes out to the front. Amazing. Oh, I'm going to grab a quick drink. So let's just shake it out a little bit. So each time we do this by stages. I know that some of us are a little bit further along the way, but it's always good to have these foundations, because then you'll be able to feel the different bits that we have with our balance and where our positioning is. All right, so everyone, from here, we're moving our left leg again, coming into our mountain pose, hands out, inhaling, looking up to the sky, exhaling, hands on hips, legs move, wide-legged stance, facing me. So we've got to move our left leg back. Yes, perfect, excellent. All right, slight bend in the knees, inhaling, grow tall, exhaling, moving your right foot towards the short edge of the mat. Inhaling, arms come up, and exhaling, pushing and pulling. Inhaling, exhaling. For the next 2, I want you to go in and then push on your feet as you come out and see how that feels. Inhaling, back it off, and then exhaling. Can you feel that weight distribution in your feet as you do that? One more time, back it off. Exhaling. Now we're inhaling, reaching forward, reaching for that light globe. All right, we got it off the bench. Now let's scoop it up. Let's look, we're going to locate the bayonet for where we're going to do it. Now let's screw it in. Breathing in, breathing out. Perhaps you might feel the side body stretch and your ribs come apart a little bit. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, we finish that job now. Inhaling, coming up, and then exhaling. So coming out of that, man, sorry, my bad. Back into our warrior 2. Inhale, we're going to step forward. My apologies, guys, with some of the cues today. Losing them a little bit, but I think we'll all get there at the same time. So let's do this one more time on each side, and then we'll get into our balance postures. All right, so our right foot's going to be moving this time. Oops, put this here. So I'm going to have a look at the form. I'm going to guide you through, you know where we're going with this now. Let's have a look at our mountain pose. Setting from here, inhaling, arms come up. Exhaling as we, hands on hips, come to our wide-legged stance, looking down at the mat. Yes, feet are facing both parallel towards me. Slight bend in the knees, hands on hips. Excellent work. Inhale, we grow tall again. Exhale as our foot turns, bends the knee. We're pushing against our foot. Yes, equally. Inhaling, hands come out. And then exhaling, changing the head. 2 full breaths here. Inhaling, exhaling, reaching and pushing with our feet. One more. Inhaling, exhaling. Amazing work. Inhaling, we're reaching for the light on the counter. Now we're going back up now, planting because we had to use it. We've got a shitty ladder. And we're changing the light bulb. 2 full breaths. Inhaling, exhaling. We need to reach a little bit more. It's not quite in. Let's do one more. Inhaling. Right, feeling our side body stretch. Exhaling. All right, that job's done. Let's come back now to warrior 2. Inhaling. And then fantastic work. All right, one more breath. Inhaling. Inhale to set. And we're going to come forward. Hands on hips and then down. Letting go. All right, let's do this one more time. Turning around now to our facing the window. All right, so from here, looking at our feet, mountain pose. Yes, great mountain poses there, everyone. Grounded out. Inhaling, arms come up. Exhaling, let's move our leg to wide-legged stance. Fantastic work here, everyone. Inhaling to grow taller. Exhaling to bend and open up our hips. Hands on. Yes, inhaling. Exhaling, looking over. Like right dress, we're looking at the fingers, right? And then in 2 breaths here. Exhaling. Setting our positioning on that kitchen bench before we change the light. One more time, breathe in. Exhaling, grabbing the light from the kitchen bench. We're going to scoop it up now and locate the bayonet in the roof. All right, we've located it there now. We're going to line it up, inhaling, exhaling, putting the light bulb in the socket, feeling the side ribs open up as we breathe. One more time. As we screw the light bulb into the roof, perfect. And then we finish the job. Yes, one more breath here. Inhale to set, and we're going to step forward to the front of the mat. Beautiful work. All right, cool. Now, let's get into our balance poses. Okay, cool. All right, so, well, you might need it, you might not need it. Okay, this is where the right dress comes in. I don't know if you remember how they used to teach it, but in the army school they used to teach the right dress, or using having the leg up and holding it. That's where we're kind of going with this. All right, so from here, I'm going to teach you first of all chair pose. This is another grounding pose I'm going to demonstrate quickly. I want to put this one here. It's looking at our legs. From here, we're in our mountain pose. So I'll quickly demonstrate it. Inhaling. And then exhaling, it's like we're going to sit down on the seat, and we're going to tilt our pelvis slightly, and then just sit our sit bones down like we're going to go and sit down, but we're looking at our hands up in the air. For this, actually, what I want you to do is grab a block each, please. Grab a block each. Excellent. So this will help us from here, and then this one as well if we need this balance, just in case you actually need to sit down. All right, so if you're sitting down, you've gone quite a fair way down, right? So, but this is what we call chair pose. So let's look at our feet. All right. What I find good with the block is it helps with that positioning of your shoulders as well. So from here, inhaling to set, and then exhaling, let's bring our hands to the blocks. Perhaps you might want to just hold them together, so we're not fully gripping them, we're just holding them together here nice and loose. All right, and then sitting back. Our gaze is looking at the block. Fantastic work. Yes, amazing, excellent. Maybe pull our knees up, open a little. There we go, yes. All right, excellent. So our knees are over our toes, and this is what we call chair pose. So from here, inhaling, exhaling, reaching further out, pushing the block away, and then inhaling, exhaling. Let's inhale to stand, and then the block comes down as we exhale. All right, so we'll do that one more time and we'll add on for our little balance. From here, let's start off with our hands holding the block. Yep, we're not going to grip it, we're just clasping it between. Right, inhaling to set, exhaling as we push our tailbone back, and we're looking at our feet. So maybe you might want to try and lift your toes. All right, if you can lift your toes, that's great. Maybe if not, we're going to lean back a little bit more onto the heels and do this now. Toes down. All right, from here, we're going to use our right toes. We're going to lift up and then down. One more time on the left foot. Inhaling and then down. We're holding this now, working the legs, inhaling, coming out of it and down. All right, amazing. Okay, so from here, the next move, what we'll be doing is coming into our balance. So you might want to, I don't reckon you'll need that, but we'll just put it here just in case you need to grab onto something, just to keep some balance. All right, so from here, I'll give an example as we'll be setting. Inhaling to set, and then exhaling. Now we're pulling our foot. Let's get rid of this actually. That might be a bit harder. Let's get rid of the blocks. All right, so that was just good to be able to see where our hands needed to go for this. All right, so from this example is we're coming down to our seat. From here is then we're going to place our weight down and then lift our leg up and then pull our toes back. You can actually use this, have your hands out or hands on your hips, and we're going to have a count of 2, 3, and then down. So we're going to do this a couple of times, placing the weight down on our leg. So I'll count it through it one time each way, and then I'll just cue you. So an important note for this is to try, when we get to the balancing bit, is look for somewhere in front of you, or they call it the drishti or the focal point, to concentrate on, so then that way when we come up we're going to be balancing. All right, so let's have a look at this now. Feet facing forward, toes, right, because we're going to be using our feet in a moment. From here into chair pose, inhaling and exhaling, coming down into our chair pose, looking like we're imagining holding this open for 2 breaths. Inhaling, exhaling, maybe lift your toes up, inhaling, exhaling, toes down. From here, shift the weight to your right foot a little bit, and we're going to inhale, straighten the leg out and pull your leg up. Yes, your knee up, and pull your toes towards you. Yes, for 3, 2, 1, and down. All right, excellent work. That was amazing. So you did it without the chair as well, so that was really good, right? So you're feeling the knee. Is that bung knee?
This one. This is the bung one.
Really? And you were balanced. See, oh, there you go. Right. Oh, you're tricking me, right? So from here, we're changing now to our left foot. Okay. Setting, inhaling, exhaling, coming to chair pose. Inhaling, left foot up. Exhaling, down. Inhaling, right foot. Exhaling. From here, inhale as we shift our weight to our left foot, and then come tall, lifting the leg up, pulling. Yes, there we go. Quick, Daniel-san. Okay. All right, do the crane. 3, 2, 1, down. Amazing work. All right, so we are getting halfway now towards working into our tree pose or the balancing pose, which is really good. All right, so that's amazing work. All right, let's go 1 more foot each way. From here, we'll be holding that for a count of 5. So one thing to note, when we put our arms up, we can put our arms up to the side or whatever helps you balance, but what we're trying to do is focus on somewhere and pull our toes back towards us. That really helps. Slight micro bend in the knee. All right, let's go. From here, mountain pose. Inhaling to set. Exhaling. Back. All right, right foot up. Exhaling. Down. Left foot up. Exhaling. Down. Inhaling on our right foot, lifting our left foot up. You can use this. We can use the arms out, whatever's going to help. Slight bend in the knee. 3, 2, 1, down. All right, okay, we're all about to join Miyagi-Do now. All right, so we can balance. We can do our crane kick. 1 more time. Inhaling. Hands up. Sitting into our chair pose. Inhaling, left foot this time. Fantastic work. Down. Inhaling, right foot. Down. Inhaling as we shift our weight to our left foot. Pulling our leg up. Yes. Pulling our toes back. Toes back. Now the other way, other way, other way. Pull towards your head. That's it, and down. Yes, yes, yes. Excellent. We'll do that 1 more time. Just let's do that 1 more time, so then that way we could pull our toes up and have a go at it. All right, so we'll do that leg. So we're balancing on our left leg. So from here, let's go down. 1 in all in, hey everyone. Left foot. Exhaling. Right foot. Exhaling. From here, shift the weight slightly onto your left, pulling your right toes back towards you. Yes, yes. 3, 2, 1, down. Fantastic work. Amazing, everyone. All right, so let's get down to the mat. All right, we're going to do it. We'll do it yoga way. We'll do it yoga way. From here is coming to the front of the mat. We're doing our form of a vinyasa, right, or a sequence in between is inhaling. Hands come up. Exhaling as we hinge from our hips to our forward fold, feeling for our lengthening of our lower back. Last thing as our head. Let's shake our head. Yes and no. Inhaling, coming up to the bookshelf. Think straight legs, hands on our thighs, straight back. We'll be doing this on the ground so you get a feel for what that's like in a moment. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. We can meet our hands on the ground, or in your case, I'm going to straighten this, hands onto your chair. And we're going to take one leg back, the next leg back, and come to our push-up position. Yes. From here, you can choose to lower in a push-up or knees, chest, chin. So when knees, chest, chin is inhaling, exhaling knees, chest, chin, or from your yes to the ground. And then from there, we can just find a seated position. Yes, so from here, you can find your, just take one knee down, no, one knee onto the floor. Yes, the other one. And then the other knee. Other knee.
Oh, on it.
Yeah, and then you could do your push-up. That's just getting down. So I just wanted to do it in stages, so then that way you can get there. All right, so everyone, can you have your block, your strap? You're doing so well, right? Our strap is handy. Excellent. So what we're going to do now, just so that this is handy, let's come on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's okay. I'll get this for you. All right, so make your way onto your bum. However, are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so make your way onto your bum.
Onto my bum.
Onto your bum. Yeah, we're sitting down now. Yeah, that's all right. Well, ugly's all right as long as we get there safely. That's the main thing. That's no one's judging you, right? So we listen, but we don't judge. That's what my kid says to me. What the hell are you? Okay. All right. So my wife said, when you guys are on the bed and try and wake me up, I pretend I'm asleep. And she's like, what? You pretend I'm asleep so I could ignore me? We listen, but we don't judge. Anyway, that's on the weekends when mum doesn't want to get waken up. All right, so from here, let's make our way to our back. Our strap can just be handy. So let's make our way to our back. Perhaps you might want to have your feet up here or not. But what I want to do now is just give a quick example of when we're actually in that, in our halfway lift position. So let's just start by working on that. We're going to move our right foot first, is inhaling, and we're going to have 90 degrees so that our knee is facing towards the roof, right? From here. Excellent. And now let's straighten our leg. We're moving our next leg up and then straightening the leg up. So from here, let's pull our toes back to each other. All right. From here, inhale. Exhaling, let's get our hands and place them on our shins. All right, so place them on your shins. You're not reaching up. What we're looking for now is our back is flat on the ground. Our toes are pulling towards us and our hands are supporting. This is exactly the same position that we're looking at when we're doing our halfway lift. All right, so from here, inhale, and then legs are going to come down, hands are going to come down. All right, fantastic work. So let's try that one more time. We'll bring you can choose to come up one leg at a time. We will meet in what we call legs up the wall, with both legs up, toes pointing towards us. So inhaling, as we moved, right, our knees might come together. That's all right. From here, inhale, and then hands come out. All right, so what we want to be looking for now is our shoulder blades feel like they're touching the floor. Our toes, all right, toes are pointing towards us. All right, fantastic work. Inhale, exhaling, inhaling, and then legs down. All right, fantastic. So if you could just stay there. So with everyone, if you sort of lift your head up for the moment, when we are in this position, that's where we're at. Flat back, hands are there. Your feet can be together. That's the move. So we'll do this one more time so I can have a look at your form. Are you okay? So head back down on the ground. All right, so our back, we can feel our back and our shoulder blades on the ground. Inhaling, legs up. Pull your toes back towards you, hips together. All right, legs up the wall. Inhaling, exhaling with our hands to come into our bookshelf. So we're doing our lying down bookshelf, yes. So that's what you're kind of feeling for when we stretch the back of our legs or we stretch it, right? See how our knees are slightly bent? They don't have to be locked out. If you're feeling that stretch at the back behind of your legs while you're pulling your toes back, that's perfect. All right, inhaling and then coming out of it. Amazing work. All right, so let's come up to a seat now. Again. And then let's grab our strap. From here, your right leg's going to be stretched and we're going to get the other leg if you can. If it's a little bit difficult, I'll provide some options. So besides you, Rena, is that our leg is going to be extended. The other leg it's going to be bent wherever our knee is, and the sole of our foot can go anywhere along our leg. If you want to have some support for the knee, we can place the block underneath our knee. All right, so that's the other leg. From here, get the loop, whack it over your foot. About there, Lindsay. Perfect, man, yes. So from here again, let's feel our sit bones. This is head to knees pose, all right? A lot of people really try and bend and have their knees come in, but what we're really looking for is that length in our spine as we're going in to be able to stretch the back here and avoid overstretching our hamstring muscles. So how we do that is we can use our strap and our legs. So we're feeling for our both sit bones on the ground. We're going to grow tall. Our hand is now going to be extended, but your socket still feels like it's not like this, right? So you can still keep a square shoulder or shoulders both facing me at the same time without one being forward or the other. Hand is naturally in that position. From here, yeah, I can grab this. This just helps me to be able to balance. Inhaling. We're going to reach forward, so elbow's just going to bend, right? Just bend it down. We're going to reach forward like we were reaching before. This other hand might help to reach forward like we're grabbing that light bulb again. Right, once we can't reach forward anymore, see this is my distance, I'm just going to loosen my head. All right, with each breath now, inhaling, I can imagine I'm just trying to lengthen out and then down as opposed to bending my back. So I'd rather go out towards the wall and stay up a little bit higher. All right, one more breath in, exhaling and just reaching, yeah. This way I find with the hand, it helps me keep my shoulders square and just pulling just slightly down. So you might find that your elbow is actually on your leg. That's fine there, right? We could actually maybe then stretch a little bit more and grab that, that strap a bit further. Yes. All right, inhaling, stretching as we let go. So the last thing that we're doing is keeping our head nice and loose, and every opportunity to breathe is that opportunity on the exhale to relax something else. One more time, inhaling, exhaling. As we inhale to come up, and then switch legs out. Okay, switch over. Perhaps you might want to use, for your other leg, is have the block up. That's why you've got these little angles on the blocks as well. They help you put it on an angle and rest. Rest the top there. Yes, we have our leg hooked over now. Last stretch of the day before we go into our final resting pose. Again, feel for our sit bones. Yes, head to knee pose. Hand, our shoulders are square. Hand comes out. Let's just try this with this hand. Inhaling, growing tall, and then exhaling as we bend that elbow and reach forward. All right, so we're feeling our lower back is actually lengthening as opposed to bending. Inhaling, one more time, stretching a bit further. And once we can't stretch any further, let's just loosen our head. All right, release your neck, release your head, release your belly. We might be gripping onto our belly as well. So inhaling here, exhaling. with every exhale in your own time. Let's do this a couple more times. To let go of something. Yes. So inhaling now to come out of this under control, hinging back up at the hips, legs out, and we're going to find our way now onto our backs, into Shavasana in a moment. Okay, so we're going to, like last week, oh yeah, that's the way. All right, so from here, let's place our feet on the floor. If you need to head off early, man, I'm not going to mind either, mate. Yep, cool. Right, no worries, man. So feet flat on the floor. Amazing. And then from here, let's put our arms out in a T. And we're going to floss from each side, taking a breath in, inhaling. And then exhaling on each side. You can take it in your own time. Perhaps you might want to lead with one leg first and the other. All right. Whatever works for you, we're just flossing and massaging our sacrum or lower back. Perhaps we might want to also notice or look out for the side stretch in our torso or our hip region as well as our leg comes over. Maybe you might notice that the ball and socket of your hips is nice and lubricated. Couple more on each side. You might want to look the other way to what the knees are going. That also helps as well with the neck. And as your flexibility grows, your knee might actually hit the ground and your shoulder stills up. So what we want to do is keep our shoulders on the ground and the knees might not go as far. Just let gravity do the work. And from here now, let's come to some stillness. Arms can come by the side. Stretch your legs out, close your eyes down, the hard work's done. Allow your body to get heavy. Maybe you might inhale through the nose and then exhale with a sigh. With every sigh, we're in a safe space. You can make noise and allow your shoulders to get heavier, your lower back to get heavier. Perhaps you might want to wiggle just to feel that you're getting comfortable there, feeling your shoulder blades come apart. Legs can come out. We're not shaping our breath anymore. Final resting pose, whatever is most comfortable for you. Taking our internal gaze to the tip of our nose. And as we lie here in our final resting pose, going internal again with our simple breath meditation. Right. But with our inhale and exhales this time, just try and keep them nice and quiet. We don't need to force our lungs in. But we're thinking, I am breathing in, I am breathing out. We use our postures or asanas to help prepare us for the quiet time at the end where we let everything else sink into our body and we let our nervous system reset. As we learn to connect our breath and observe it, sometimes thoughts might come, but allowing those thoughts and acknowledging them is absolutely okay. We just put it to the side and say, I'll be back in a moment, especially towards the end of this session. So as any thoughts arise, gently let them go. And you could come back to that present moment, mentally repeating, I am present. So coming back to our body now, we might want to wiggle our fingers, Wiggle our toes like we're waking up. Maybe you might want to roll your head from side to side. And perhaps reach overhead like we're waking up first thing in the morning. And then exhaling, maybe give yourself a hug. And we'll meet in easy seat. If you need to go, I'll pack that up, dude. Yep. And we'll meet in easy seat. I'll send you a text so you can give me those details, man. Yep, thank you. All right, so let's just close down our eyes for a moment. Looking to the tip of our nose. Bringing our hands together in prayer, or our palms come together. And let's take our fingertips or our thumbs to between our eyes, to our third eye, to clarify thought. Taking our thumbs to lips, to clarify speech. What we say internally and externally is so very important. And then thumbs to our heart center. Taking one last collective breath in and sighing it out. I am present. One more time for Om, inhaling. Om. Thank you for taking the time to allow yourself to have some self-care and for allowing me to guide you through your practice. Namaste.